What's up, good peoples? This is Larry Jones. I got one question. What the hell happened to Shell? All right, if you can't tell, I'm a little excited because I just made a significant amount of money on Tortoise Acquisition, as a lot of you have. I know I've done a lot of videos. Well, this is my third video on Shell, SHLL. But man, it just keeps moving. It's a bull. It's on a total rip. And yes, I am excited. I do get excited. Some of you commented, man, you so mellow. Man, when I get excited, I'm like on 10, right? So here again, another $10. Remember, last Monday it ran up $10. It came off of $30 and went to $40. And today it goes up another $10. And here it is, Chicago time. It's 4:39, and after hours it's up another $1.63. It's currently at $50.60. Chicago time, 4:39. I mean, it is a total rip. It is ripping. And then the warrants, remember, look at my other video. I'll provide a link below. The warrants went up $4.62 today, and it's up another 82 cents after close, and it's at $22.40 a share. So I mean, it's ripping. And so here, what made it rip today? What happened today that made it go up as much as it did? So I searched and I found this video clip. And I'm going to show to you this video clip. And after this video clip, I'm going to keep this really short and to the point. After this video clip, I'm still going to suggest to you if you should buy it or not, if you're not in. As of yet, I'm still going to give you my thesis on where we are today. It keeps changing. Okay, check this video out.
Hyliion announced it will be going public in a reverse merger plan later this year with Tortoise Acquisition Company to trade on the New York Stock Exchange. Shares in Tortoise have surged nearly 300% since the deal was announced earlier in June. And unlike Tesla, which plans to sell fully electric semi-trucks, Hyliion is looking to retrofit existing trucks with its e-axle hybrid bolt-on drivetrain. For more on that and what the company has planned, we're joined by the founder and CEO of Hyliion, Thomas Healy, that joins us now. And Thomas, I mean, talk to me about why you think that is the best strategy. I know you might have plans down the road for building your own semi-trucks, but that seems to be the differentiating factor here. So what makes you want to go that way?
So we're a powertrain company, right? So what we're doing is actually focusing on the drivetrain of the vehicle as opposed to reinventing the entire vehicle from the ground up. Now, the benefit of this is that it's a lot quicker of a development, right? If you're designing the whole vehicle, you need to worry about the headlights, the steering wheel, the seats, all the above. Versus for us, we're able to just focus on the powertrain, very, very similar to what Cummins does for the trucking industry. But then that allows us to put our powertrain in all of the existing OEMs chassis like Freightliner and Volvo and Peterbilt, right? So we're able to work with those existing OEMs and enable them to have our electric powertrain in their vehicles.
Yeah, and you got that investment from automotive parts giant Dana Inc. in terms of, I guess, helping market that technology to its slate of customers in some of those OEMs you're talking about. But you also, I guess, talk to me about the timeline too to get this out, because that's been one of the knock on some of your competitors is that the technology just takes a while to develop and actually get to market. But what are you seeing in terms of the orders that you already have from customers lining up?
So we've actually already started shipping some product into fleets today. So we actually have two products we're bringing to market. The first that you mentioned before, the hybrid electric solution, which is a bolt-on. We replace the rear axle of the truck with an e-axle, and you effectively make the truck like a Toyota Prius. We also have the Hypertruck ERX, which is a fully electric drive vehicle. And on that vehicle, we actually use an onboard natural gas generator that can kick on and charge the batteries up as you're driving. So you don't have to plug it into the grid in order to recharge the batteries. So the hybrid system, already shipping that to fleets today in low volumes, and we'll be ramping up production next year and into 2022. And then with the Hypertruck, we'll start deliveries in 21 and then going into volume production in 22.
In terms of some of your competitors commenting on that strategy, it was interesting to see Nikola CEO Trevor Milton commenting on Twitter about it. He said a few had asked him about your company and that he didn't believe that anything with emissions will survive, regardless if it's carbon neutral. I mean, what's your take on either his comments here and why it might be the best strategy? And also, I guess, just outside of him and what he has to say. I mean, he's clearly benefited from a lot of the attention the EV space has gotten right now. So, I mean, how does that all fit into why now is the right time to try the strategy you're going with and why you think he's wrong?
So all the efforts towards electrification are great, right? I mean, the ultimate goal by all these companies like Nikola, Tesla, ourselves, is that we're trying to, improve the operations of the fleet and reduce emissions. And, all three of us just are taking a different approach to the same problem. So, what Tesla's doing is using an electric truck that charges off the grid. Nikola is doing an electric truck that uses hydrogen fuel cell to recharge. And what we're doing is an electric truck that uses natural gas, and specifically renewable natural gas, to recharge. And so, when you look at those different solutions, what we really see as a game changer with ours is that with using renewable natural gas, you can actually have a net carbon negative emissions profile off of the vehicle. So when you look from like a well-to-wheel approach, so, if you think about charging a car off the grid, well, some of that electricity may come from wind and solar, but a lot of it's going to come from other sources like coal or natural gas, or, it depends on what area you're in. Versus, so there is emissions that comes from that type of recharging of a vehicle. With our solution using RNG, renewable natural gas, it's actually a net carbon negative fuel. So in a strange way, it's actually cleaner for the environment to drive our vehicles than to not drive.
So that's what caused it to bump today. They actually shipped product. I played the whole thing, so those of you that want a deeper look into this company, you'll see where it is and why and what's happening, right? So what's happening now is it's on a rip, and we're still 2 weeks out from the acquisition, right? So I'm just going to tell you my thesis. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. This is, we have to say this is for entertainment purposes. Though you guys been hitting me, you've been making a lot of money out there, you newbies. Some of you guys had this stock before I did, right? So, but what I'm going to tell you is as of today, it being 2 weeks out, it being a solid company, long-term growth, I think that this stock, I think you could make, if you bought it tomorrow, you could still make within 2 weeks, 25 to 30%. For those of you that want to pump and dump, I still think that that's available. I really do. I think that this right now, it's showing me it could run $60 to $70 within 2 weeks or 3 weeks when the acquisition. They haven't announced the date, but they're soon to announce it. So this company is really, and I would say after, there might be some profit taking first thing opening bell. So if it dips, and I would say that's probably, I wouldn't get in after that. But a week ago, if you would have asked me, I would have been like going lightly, but it running up twice in 2 days, last Monday, $10 and today, $10. It's on a rip. The bad news, the false news, all of that is out. Everybody knows what's going on. They know it's baseless. The lawsuits is baseless. This is a good, solid company. I think it is. A lot of other people think it is. I'm very bullish on this stock. You know what? Let's throw a bonus in. Let's talk about Tesla and Apple. I think Tesla, if you don't own Tesla, I think you should wait for the dip. It already started today. There's going to be a sell-off. They did the 5-to-1 split on Monday. And I think people are going to do profit taking. Remember, this month is generally a profit taking month anyway for those of you that's newbies. Every year, this is the profit taking month. It's the worst. It's not a good month, right? And you're going to see a lot of people. What profit taking is, people are selling their shares off, taking their profits, and then the stock goes down, right? But for Apple, the 4-to-1 split is still a buy. Apple is going to continue to go. Tesla, I think there's a pullback coming really soon. and it's starting already today. And I think it's going to be another pullback next week. That's just what I think. If you have it, hold it. It's a long-term play. I'm waiting on a good enough dip. I'm waiting on like a 25% dip, and then I'm back in, maybe 20% dip. Then I'm in and I'm holding for the long run. I don't care about the volatility. I'm in for the long run, 3 to 5 years. I think that Apple's the same way. Tesla do have good news. Battery day coming out, so you don't know what's going to happen. But Apple is the new iPhone, 5G, and all of that. I think it's a stock you should hold. Be patient with your money. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I want to keep it short. But do me a favor, people, good people. See that like button down there? Give it the finger. Bam. Smash that like button. Smash that like button, okay? I love you guys. Hey, this community, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all your comments. Leave me some comments below. Tell me what you think, all right? And we'll see you on the next time on Stock Up with Uncle Larry.